Hi, so I'm Terri Pace. I am a holistic health coach, and I've been using doTERRA essential oils for about 10 years. It's been an exciting journey. I actually used to work for Suffolk County. I worked for the health department first. I worked also for social services, and so I agreed to do these presentations because I understand how difficult it is to do your job, to serve the residents of Suffolk County, and on a normal basis. And now, asked to do more with less, I can appreciate just how difficult it's been the last 2 months. And so I'm here to help support that effort in whatever way I can. So today we're going to explore the daily habits that you can do to get the body that you want this summer. I'll share some simple routines and some of my favorite essential oils to help you thrive and really own the goal that you have, right? We'll talk about essential oils as part of the presentation, so I want to go through a very quick overview of what exactly is an essential oil. And so an oil is distilled from the plants, right? The leaves, the flowers, the berries, the stem, right? And as is the case with citrus fruits, they're cold pressed. Now, it's a naturally occurring volatile aromatic compound. In other words, it's nature's chemistry, right? Essential oils are message carrying molecules, and the essential oils produced by the plant for a reason, right? It's part of its defensive or recovery mechanisms. And so it helps protect the plant from environmental threats. It actually helps it recover from microbial or fungal attacks. And it actually helps with communication, right? It attracts pollinators, and sometimes it can actually repel pests. And so these are the same three things that we would want to use in essential oil, right? Protection, recovery, and improved communication. And when I talk about that, I'm talking about intercellular communication, how our cells talk to each other. We're introducing chemistry that can influence that process. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so 3 really easy ways we use them, right? Aromatically, right? The first thing you notice about an essential oil is that it has an aroma, right? We breathe it in and we help clean the air. We open airways by diffusing. Topically, we're going to apply it near or on the area we want to impact, right? We also can take them internally, but not all essential oils are created equal. And so we absolutely want to make sure that we're using a high quality essential oil. When we have a pure and potent essential oil, we have opportunities to have, aromatically, when we breathe it in, within 22 seconds, it's found in the brain chemistry, right? It starts to influence that brain chemistry, how we perceive the world. Within 2 minutes, they discover it in the blood. And within 22 minutes, it can be in every single cell of your body. And so we have some powerful tools at our fingertips to help us. This is a picture of a blood cell, right? And they applied an essential oil to the bottom of this person's foot, right? On the left, you see cells that are kind of clumped together. They're not really moving very well. They're lethargic. And so they took another blood sample after applying the oil, and this is what it looked like. Round circles, and they're moving freely. And so this is a very dramatic change in 30 seconds, right? And so we do have this opportunity with potent essential oils to have dramatic results and quickly. So, today's topic is, how to get the body that you want. So we all might have different goals. It might be, I want to exercise more. It might be a weight loss goal. It might just to be, to have better sleep. Maybe the body you want is about the stress that you feel every single day that leads to all the overeating, from stress. So, first thing you want to do is declare, right, that this is what you want. It's the first step to achieving it, is declaring it. So I invite you to put it in the chat now or write it down, right? Declare it right now. What is your goal? Right? I'll give you 2 seconds to do that. What is your goal? Right? And we know that we have to do something to have something, right? Right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you do exactly the same things, you're going to have exactly the same results. What are you willing to do to have what you want to have? If your answer is anything less than everything, then is it really a serious goal for you? Or is it just something that would be nice to have? Right? So my intention today is to share with you the top 10 ways to have that goal and to stick with it. Right? We're not going to talk about a very specific goal, but we're going to talk about the principles that help you to achieve goals, whatever they are for you. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to review the foundation on which we build our body, right? There are 4 pillars of wellness, right? Physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual, right? And so your body, like a 4-legged stool, rests on these 4 pillars. All the pillars must be strong and in alignment to truly experience the gift of wellness, to get the body that you want this year. Right? So let's talk about the top 10 ways that we can build up these 4 pillars. So the first is, right, we have to live the wellness pyramid. If you notice on this pyramid, the 4 platforms on the bottom are lifestyle choices. These are the things we choose to do every single day. And it controls or affects the 2 on the top, right? So the more we do on the bottom of the pyramid, the less self-informed care I have to give the less time I have to kind of go and get some medical care, right? If I'm doing a lot of really good things on the bottom of the pyramid, then, I'm going to have a really good experience of wellness. But let's say we don't eat right. We don't exercise or get the rest that we need. Maybe our stress is through the roof. Maybe your toxic load is through the roof. Well, we're going to need an awful lot of informed self-care or even more proactive medical care in order to be where we want to be. And so I invite you to just look at, this wellness pyramid as, the foundation of how we do anything as it relates to health. And so what's on the bottom of the pyramid is eating right. And so here's some quick principles, right? Eat less crap, right? Carbonated drinks, refined sugars, artificial sweeteners and colors, and processed foods, right? And eat more food, right? Fruits and vegetables, organic, lean proteins. Omega-3 fatty acids are super important for your circulatory system, for heart health and brain health, right? And you want to make sure you're drinking plenty of water. It's not about just drinking fluids. Your body needs water, right? Upwards of 70% of your body weight in ounces of water. So if you're 100 pounds, you need 70 ounces of water a day, right? Are you well hydrated, right? If you're not, perhaps, your body has difficulty moving out the waste of its production line. It doesn't have the ability, right? Like water is like a bus that takes toxins out of our body. And if you're not drinking enough, perhaps that's part of the reason why you can't reach your goal. So number 2, right? Taking a really good supplement, right? This particular supplement that I take is designed to promote energy, health, and vitality. Anybody want those 3 things, right? One of the things that I hear all the time, the things that are highlighted in red here, are the ones that as a health coach I hear, right? Oh, I need better digestive function. Oh, my immune system's off. Maybe, I'm not eating as well as I want. My energy's off. I'm tired all the time. Or maybe, there is something going on with my cellular DNA. Right? These are the top 5 things that I meet people with. And so good nutrition can support all these benefits, but poor nutrition cannot support these benefits, right? What you eat is part of how you get the body you want, right? And again, What are you willing to do to have the body that you want to have? So number 3, using essential oils, right? So if you have essential oils at your fingertips, I invite you to just grab one out, cue it up in the diffuser, or apply it to your hands and breathe it in deeply. Apply them topically. Oh, I'm just using lavender right now. I've had a pretty busy day, and so I love using lavender. You know, I want you to have oils at your fingertips. I want you to smell them, learn about the health benefits of each one of them, and I encourage you to play with them, right? These amazing certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils can bring fantastic health benefits. Which one can support your particular journey? Well, that depends on your goal. But I can assure you that whatever system or function or organ that you want to improve, there's an oil for that. Next up, love the skin you're in, right? Nothing remarkable in our personal growth can be achieved without being open to love and unleashing its joyful fire in the world. Life's greatest victories are won on the fields of love, right? I love that quote. So start loving yourself, right? I approve of myself. I love myself deeply and fully. You know, sometimes, you know, we're very harsh. If you climbed in, you know, we think things about ourselves and other people that we would never say out loud. Never. And so, you know, whatever you seek to change, it's still who you are today. And you are lovable just the way you are, even before you start, right? You know, we don't start because we want to be more lovable, right? I can't love you any more than I do because I already love you the most. Withholding love is a bit like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, right? Like, it's about forgiving yourself. One of my favorite quotes is, I forgive myself for not knowing what I didn't know before I learned it. Right? So we start by, you know, just love the skin you're in. Like, whatever it is that has made you up, you are still a beautiful person inside and out. And let's start there before we can move on to make changes. Okay, number 5 is the other side of that, right? Nurturing very healthy relationships. The people we surround ourselves with either raise or lower our average, right? They either help us to become the best version of ourselves, or they encourage us to be lesser versions of ourselves. So we become like the friends that we hang out with, right? No man becomes great on his own. No woman becomes great on her own. The people around them help to make them great. So we all need people in our lives who raise our standard, who remind us of our essential purpose and challenge us to become the best versions of ourselves. Jim Rohn, here's a quote, right? You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Who are those people? Do you respect and admire them? Do they inspire and uplift you? Will they be there to help you, you know, be an accountability partner for you as you're trying to hit whatever goal you're looking for? Right? Start looking for the people that are going to nourish you in these healthy relationships, and your goals will become a lot simpler. Okay, next, reducing stress is one of the top things. It can be a sabotage for almost any goal, right? And so I think we all have stress, right? Like, how do you know that you're feeling stress? Where do you feel it? Like, stress is the #1 proxy killer disease in the United States, right? Like 60% of all illnesses and diseases start with stress, right? It can affect the entire body. If you look here, like, every single system is affected by our stress hormones like cortisol, epinephrine, adrenaline. These are things that come out in your bloodstream to help you be ready to go at a moment's notice. But those same chemicals that your body produces can wreak havoc on sleeping better. Or did you know that when you are stressed out, your body produces cortisol, right? It's one of the things that helps you get ready to go. right? Run away from the saber-toothed tiger. Well, cortisol increases a hormone called ghrelin, and ghrelin is your appetite hormone. And so you crave carbs, right? And so if you are craving carbs all the time, and that is sabotaging your weight loss goal, well then perhaps reducing the cortisol in your bloodstream is a win for you. And I love using oils that are high in linalool to help manage cortisol levels in my bloodstream. So lavender, magnolia, petitgrain, these are awesome oils to help us kind of modulate the amount of this chemistry that's floating around in your bloodstream every time you get triggered by something that stresses you out. So how can we reduce stress? Well, here's a bunch of my favorites, right? And like there's no secret to it. It's about picking the one that you like the best, right? You want an aroma that you're attracted to because we want you to use it. And we want you to use it every day, all day. Put it in your diffuser, put it on the back of your neck, put it on your hands. Breathe it in deeply, right? And be willing to just let whatever it is that triggered you go, okay? So next up, we have feed your mind. Right? Reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body and what prayer is to the soul. And so, it's about reading good books, things that inspire thought and, vision for what you want in your life. Right? It's not just about reading any book. It's about reading books that inspire you. Is there a character that you want to emulate? Is there a situation you want to learn how to get through, right? Getting the body you want is about feeding the mind with the right ideas that, yes, I can do this, right? And the only thing between you and what you want is the story you tell yourself about why you don't have it. Like Tony Robbins said that, and that thought is so powerful, right? So, we create the very excuses of why we don't have the goal that we want. So I invite you to start feeding your mind with, yes, I can do this. And yes, this is possible for me. And making sure that you're reading books that are inspiring you to get that done. Okay, next up is releasing what no longer serves you, right? I freely give up what's no longer serving me, right? I release it so I can create space for what is going to inspire me, right? This includes the physical, right? Like changing what you eat or drink or the activities you do. It includes your thoughts, right? Limiting beliefs, fear, doubt, worry, right? The guiding principle I use is like sometimes, yes, it's true. Okay, so let's say I'm a little bit out of shape and, I start my morning off with this kind of like, oh God, you look like heck. You're looking in the mirror, right? And, oh, look at these little funny rolls over here. And maybe you're a little heavy at this place. And so even the thoughts we think, even if they're true, does it serve you to think it? I'm going to say that again. Even if it's true, does it serve you to think it? Right? Can you structure it in a different way where I'm a work in process, right? And so, perhaps I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I'm on my way, right? And so sometimes we do have to put down the baggage, right? To let go of habits and beliefs in order to grab onto something new. And so, I have this great little story. I was the manager of two people who were chronically kind of at odds with each other in a very small office. This can be a great disruption to productivity and just creates so much stress. And, I put $100 bill on the desk and I had, like books and a whole bunch of stuff at the other end of the room. And I invited the employees to pick up all the stuff. And they had all this stuff in their hands now. And now I invited them to come over and pick up the $100 bill. And so when they got there, they had no room to pick up what was good, right? They had to put down all the crap in order to get that good. And so sometimes releasing what no longer serves us, right, the thoughts that maybe get in the way of us reaching our goal are the very thing that we need to do, or we have to put those things down in order to believe that we can do what we're trying to do. And that leads us to number 9, right? The key in this never shut down world of technology and activity, right? We need to relax, we need to reflect. We have to go to the classroom of silence is what I've heard it called by Matthew Kelly, one of the books I've read. We need time to really hear the silence, right? The soft voice of your creator speaking to you in your heart, right? This is a big component of your stress, right? And if you want to be successful, right, like how do you plug in and recharge? How do you quiet all the chatter and the beliefs and the mindset and all these little thoughts that are constantly gnawing at you, and just kind of, restore by being one with your environment, nature, whether it's meditation or prayer or going outdoors and doing something on your joy list. Like I love, part of that reflection is just being in the midst of something that you absolutely enjoy, and then all that other stuff kind of fades away, right? So no matter what you do, our success lies in our daily routines. Like, what will you do each and every day to support the goals that you desire, right? We walk towards our health. We walk towards that goal or away from it, one step at a time. And so I invite you to look at every single choice that you make as either advancing you to the goal or moving you further away from the goal. So here's weight loss is a really good, easy example. So let's say you have a weight loss goal to lose 10 pounds, by the end of the summer, right? Every single thing I choose to eat, I need to ask myself, does this bring me closer to my goal or not, right? Maybe some things that I eat are just sidestepping. It doesn't take me away, but it doesn't bring me any closer, right? And so we want to start choosing into the things that are going to help. Like, so is eating that piece of cake that I really want, that cookie, maybe it's choosing to take a walk around the block instead of, sitting down and giving in to, okay, I'm stressed and I've had a long day and I just want to veg, right? And so, what new routine will you bring into your life that will walk you or advance you towards the very goal that you're looking to achieve? And it's super important, right? It's like pennies in a bucket, right? Putting one a week, it'll fill up, but not that fast. But if you do something every single day, that's gonna fill up so fast, and you're gonna hit those goals, and you are going to feel proud of what you've accomplished. And so I invite you to start looking at what is the one thing that you can do each and every day that will bring you closer to your goal, and then believe that you can do it. And so getting the body that you want is all about that routine, right? So you take your essential oils every day. They're in our Lifelong Vitality vitamin pack, right? Use them creatively, whether it's aromatic, topical, or internal. Sometimes we create new solutions in a spray bottle or in a roller bottle just to make it more convenient, right? We want these products at our fingertips. If it's not convenient, it's like your glasses, right? If you have glasses for reading, right? You have one in your desk, one in your pocketbook, one in your office, one in your car, right? Location is key to making it more convenient. And so it's no different with the things that help us along our goals. Make it convenient to have these things at your fingertips, right? This is not something you do occasionally. It is who you are every single day. This is what lifestyle transformation is about. And I guarantee you that whatever goal you have, it is about the transformation of that particular part of your life from what it was to what you want it to be, right? And so do you have it, like the body that you want for a moment, or do you want it for a lifetime, right? That transformation is key. Believing that it's who you are now not just something you're doing. And so I love, great programs that help put the products that I need at my fingertips, and I get lots of different free products. And if you're interested in learning more about that, I'm just so happy to tell you about it, right? And so here's our 4 pillars of wellness, right? Physical, emotional, our mindset, our intellectual, and spiritual. And so along your goal, right, live the wellness pyramid. Take the supplements that nourish your body. Use essential oils and oil-infused products so that you can become a healer in your own home. Love the skin you're in and nurture healthy relationships with yourself and with others, reducing stress, both physical and emotional, feeding your mind with thoughts that inspire and new belief systems, releasing what no longer serves you, going into the classroom of silence to really hear, how does this look for me? And creating that daily routine that's going to help you get the body that you want. So I hope this has been helpful. I am more than happy to give everybody, I love sharing essential oils and oil infused products. And so I'll put in the chat a link that you can click on, right? Type in your name and a way for me to contact you, whether it's a mobile number or an email address. And I'll be happy to send you some samples for free, just to say thank you for all that you do for the residents of Suffolk County, right? You can text me, right? This is my phone number, 631-487-1627. You can email me at simply.natural@optimum.net. I'm on, Facebook and Instagram. I have a Vimeo channel with lots of different webinars that have, anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, topics that might be of interest to you. And we have a couple of really cool ones coming up. So tomorrow at noon is essential oils for family health and wellness. We have essential oils for mental health and sleep on Thursday next week. Monday night at 6 p.m., we're doing pain management, which I know is a pretty big topic for a lot of people. We all have pain. And then boosting the immune system next Saturday. And so I hope that you can join us at one of these. Just look for some of the emails that you get to learn how to join us. And so I hope this was helpful. And I will now open it up for questions.